Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Higher tariffs and now reciprocal tariffs among the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and China could have some impacts in New Hampshire soon, unless they're canceled. We'll show you some major New Hampshire products that are exported and where they go. But first, here's some tariff facts. U.S. collected $77 billion in 2024. That's 1.6% of federal revenues. The average tariff rate to bring goods into the U.S. is, or was, 3.4%. 30% of New Hampshire's $7.6 billion of exports go to countries that promise to retaliate against new U.S. tariffs. With me to give us an idea of potential tariff impacts on New Hampshire businesses, products, and consumers is economist Brian Gottlieb, principal of Polycon Research and director of New Hampshire's Economic and Labor Information Bureau. Welcome. Nice to have you.
Great to be here, Fred.
Is it an accurate statement to say that we all pay tariffs? The nations pay because they are imposed, the businesses pay because they absorb, and we consumers pay because we pay?
Sure. The bottom line is that consumers will pay higher prices for the products that include products that are imported that are subject to tariffs.
Let's go to this first graph that you brought with you. Over 30% of New Hampshire's $7.6 billion of exports go to countries that have promised to retaliate with tariffs, and you have circled 3 countries of most concern to New Hampshire, including our neighbor, Canada.
Yeah, Canada in particular, often our #1 trading partner. This particular year, it was our 2nd leading trading partner. Canadian economy is relatively weak right now. They are a good partner. We don't want to impose tariffs that might reduce their output and throw them into recession, have some real negative impacts on New Hampshire.
Yeah. And this graph is interesting. This over 70% of New Hampshire's $7.6 billion of exports come from 10 products in our industries. Take a look at those products and industries as you go down the list. It may surprise most that aerospace products and parts are New Hampshire's biggest export, but it almost may concern many that pharmaceuticals and medicines are also on the list.
Yeah, some real key industries in New Hampshire. We know that the aerospace industry, we've got some really prominent aerospace manufacturers. General Electric and jet engines, one of them, but also the pharmaceutical industry. Life sciences is a really growing industry in New Hampshire.
Yes, it is.
We also have a number of really high value-added products that go into sophisticated electronics, including aircraft, including automobiles, navigational equipment, and those are our leading manufacturing industries, and anything that harms them will ultimately have some
and fabricated metal products too.
Yeah, fabricated metal products. We don't produce primary metals. We import them from largely places like Canada. Canada is responsible for 25% of the steel imports. We think of steel imports from Asia as being the problem. 25% comes from Canada. 50% of aluminum imports to this country come from Canada.
Yeah. So we're going to feel it. Whatever kind of a metal or steel business, even crafts beers here in New Hampshire that use aluminum cans.
Aluminum cans. There's companies right now, Coca-Cola is looking at using more plastics to avoid the potential impacts of tariffs on aluminum.
Here's another graph, and let's take a look at this and look at those blue lines and what they represent. 9 commodities and products account for 80% of Canadian exports into New Hampshire in 2023. Petroleum products are #1, as you can see, into New Hampshire from Canada. For most of us, that's gasoline at the pump and heat in our homes and buildings, Brian.
Yeah, and that's one of the issues that the president has addressed, looking to avoid tariffs on energy products, because energy is an important issue and hits a lot of households, hits a lot of businesses. So those tariffs may be eased, but the fact that our aerospace industry, a lot of give and take in supply chains between the aerospace industry in Canada and New Hampshire, both prominent aerospace producers, could be problematic.
You're an economist. You've looked at New Hampshire's economy for decades and decades. What's your main concern with this tariff situation?
Well, obviously the impact on prices. The Federal Reserve is struggling right now to keep inflation down to where it would like. We got reports yesterday on the Consumer Price Index. It was a little bit higher than we had hoped for. Today, the Personal Consumption Expenditure Index also was a little bit higher than we expected. That makes interest rates likely to stay higher for longer. That slows economic activity.
Brian Gottlieb, economist and from Polycon Research, and also the director of the Labor and Economic Information Bureau for the state of New Hampshire. Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
Nice to have you on. If you missed part of this briefing on tariffs in New Hampshire, and you can go to WMUR.com, where it's going to be posted all this week.